The final red token has been found after a search that took players exactly 8 months to the day to complete. Upon the release of Old School's newest area of Varlamore, players started noticing tokens in their inventory from random sources. This triggered a massive crowdsourced search to find all 7 tokens. There were even prizes being announced for people who could produce verifiable evidence of the missing tokens being found. And amongst all of the searching, it was found that yawning in the Fortis Museum clue step square, but with only 1 or 2 of the items needed for it equipped, resulted in the collector popping up and talking to you about the tokens. His final words were, "You need more. Until you have them, I should get going." So it seemed like there could be a prize in game as well for finding all 7 and bringing them to him. It didn't take long for players to realise that the entire system takes place on a 7-day cycle, with each player being eligible to receive a certain token on a given day based on the number of characters in their username. And within 2 weeks, 5 of the 7 tokens had already been found. These 5 were found by killing a buffalo in the East Pen while wearing gloves that provide protection from nettles, digging at the intersection of 2 hidden arrows in Varlamore, pickpocketing the female citizen in the house between the fountain and the Quetzals while she is standing on a specific square, and fishing for bream in the streambound cavern while having your quest list sorted by storyline. You can see how these absurd requirements would be quite hard to figure out, but hundreds if not thousands of RuneScape players were dedicated to doing just that. The incredible Crack the Clue Discord had sections dedicated to trigger testing, exploring token logics, and possible theory threads. There were even events being organised and shared on the Old School Reddit for mass token hunts, although not all of them turned out very well. And to really confuse things and make this puzzle even harder to solve, there seemed to be 20 tokens in the game data and not just 7. Could that be a hint or a clever distraction, or just something completely irrelevant? Nobody actually knows. But the next ID directly after those tokens in the game data is for a nice key, and that surely didn't seem like a coincidence. Could that be what the tokens were for? Is that how the collector will reward you once all 7 tokens are obtained and brought to him? We still needed to find that out, but luckily it soon seemed that all 7 tokens weren't actually necessary to find out what they were for, because a Reddit post appeared finally revealing their use, which unfortunately just turned out to be nothing more than an April Fool's joke, one which plunged the whole token hunting community into despair. And as a result of that, they took all future findings with a healthy dose of skepticism, including this Reddit comment about someone who had apparently found the next token. They even roped the guy into doing some testing to make sure that everything was legit, and even with its existence in question, many players still attempted to recreate this mining token to figure out if it truly was legit. They tested out different trigger theories for weeks, and almost a month later, and with the information that the random Reddit guy might have been looking through the RuneScape soundtrack while he got his token drop, and a great effort put in into testing every single song, it was finally obtained by someone else whilst they were playing the Scape main song on their unknown trigger day when mining calcified rocks in Camtorum. And looking back now, this Discord user did have the right idea. This took us to the 27th of April now, with still only 6 of the 7 tokens found, just over a month after their release on the 20th of March. And at this point, no one knew that it would still be another 7 months before that last token was found. There were countless theories explored, probably millions of triggers tested, and it finally all came to a close when this Discord user got the last token at none other than the Colosseum. And I'm sure you're wondering what the trigger was. Well, it was something that wasn't mentioned in the trigger testing section of their Discord at all, and it was only spoken about in a minute number of messages before. The trigger for the final clue was a white party hat worn in the head slot and completing up to wave 5 with Colosseum for the reward. And after some frantic final testing, it seems that not all the party hats work, and potentially only the tradable ones will result in your token set being completed. And with all 7 tokens finally available, we can head to the collector to see how we will be rewarded. Wearing either the emerald necklace, blue skirt or turquoise gnome robe top and yawning within the Grand Museum in Varlamore will cause him to appear, and he'll now take all 7 red tokens from your inventory and hand you that nice key instead. Now what the heck do we do with this nice key? Well, we try it in every chest around Varlamore, of course. It seems that there are 12 to try it in, and the key will only open one of them, and up until now, the trigger for which chest it opens still remains a mystery. It seems to be different for everyone, but crack the right one open and you'll be rewarded with a thrilling prize: 1 uncut red topaz. I think some mysteries are better left unsolved.